it was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
I am Oscar. I'm from Mitchells Plain, East Street.
Hi, I'm Trevor Williams, Pastor Trevor Williams. I'm 28. I'm self-employed.
My name is Candice Detroit. I'm 17 and I'm doing computer courses and I live in 12 Eastern at Eastridge.
Hi, I'm Jonas McCarthy. I'm 19 years old from Mitchells Plain and I am a TV presenter and a singer and a dancer.
Hi, I'm Doreen Detroit. I'm 23 years old and I live in Mitchells Plain.
There is racism between blacks and colours still because of maybe history that causes that racism, culture, and like they say that the colours don't have culture. That is the reason that causes those friction between colour, and they say that colours don't have really place in this South Africa, but in history the colours was always there.
When you approach some of the black people in the community, they would still say like, "Hey, you coloured people," and I would be like, "How do you?" Like, example, in my working environment, it could be as a joke that was made where they said like, if, for example, I'm taking 2 days off, and then the one would say, "Oh, you're taking 2 days off, that's near payday," which you coloured people are all the same. Yes. And I feel like that is an unfair statement to make. We work as just as hard as every other culture, and I think we had to fight for everything that we have now. We haven't been actually seen, and I think for me it's kind of confusing because when you are mixed, like I'm mixed, so you know when you're and I'm mixed, or partly coloured, partly black. So for me it's very hard where you have to explain yourself every time to people that what are you? Your birth certificate, your mother is this and your father is that. So for me being a mix, you know, it's really hard. People will categorize you. There's a lot of stereotypes with me being mixed, and especially a lot in the black communities as well. They will stereotype you because you are colored.
Everyone's equal. So the only difference is when a bank account has been made open, you've got these blocks, black, white, colored. That just does not make sense to me because we are all equal. So why want to separate us as people?
A lot of us colored people have hated it, especially a lot of colored people do not really like black people because they will make unfair statements towards black people because of that regard, because the statements are that blacks are getting everything.
So true.
Black people are getting everything. And I think it's unfair that we colored people sometimes have to feel that way, hatred towards them. And a lot of them, if you hear some of the conversations, yes, you know, they have really don't like black or they don't like white people because of that statement. And they think we're ignorant.
I'd like to add on that, like, many people like say, no, blacks are getting the jobs, but you also need to think like, how hard have they been working for that? Because many of our colored people, they don't like have that mindset, like, they don't look around and see the living conditions. Like for instance, black people would see the living conditions, like, and say like, yo, I really need to make a change in my life, like that.
There is, like we say, lazy coloreds that don't really put in an effort to look for work because they're blaming that the black is getting everything, but it can go both sides. It can go both sides. The government sees that the majority in our country is blacks, and in apartheid there was the coloreds did get opportunity to become supervisors. They did get more job opportunity. They got housing, but now that the black is in power, it's more that the opportunity is coming more to the blacks, because if you can see they saying that the colors have everything. The people look at colors that they have everything, but it's not true. If the government can just go into our communities, you will see that's why there's a lot of gangsterism. That's why there's a lot of poverty. That's why there's a lot of young children, young mothers. All these negative factors that is affecting our community. That's why, because those negative atmosphere that is coming to our country is just affecting us generation.
And also, when we're going for these children applying for bursaries and certain things like that, they say that, you know, especially the bursaries, that the how can I say, the black communities need it more. They look into the black communities and they see that, okay, no, those are they market the black communities as the black community is in need of those bursaries. But I mean, what about us colored people that needs the bursaries too? There are parents who sacrifice a lot of things to get their children into education, but then that. So I think that a lot of that plays a lot. It gives a lot of emotions off sometimes where these statements are made.
Like they said, like Trevor said about the lazy colors, and then you get that. I also feel like if you put in effort as a colored, as much as another black person would do, you would also get that far. Also get bursaries if you put more effort into it, not just laying on your back.
But what about now if you apply for a job, and I've from experience at a steel company, there was my interview was successful, and there was a black guy that couldn't even see his English was, for me, was putrid, but he still got the job. Is because there's a criteria at the workplace that you need to have a certain amount of blacks at the company, and certain amount of colors and certain amount of whites. So even if you look at those sports as well, they don't choose a guy on their merits. They choose a guy because of his color, and that's why even companies is not running successful, is because that guy was never successful from the beginning. You see, so I don't know. That's my point of view.
That's why you, as a colored,
Yes.
as a person, you have to think and put yourself in that position and say like, no, I got denied on the one side, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna go back. If I can, I'll go back.
It's all on your mindset.
It's all in your. To me, racism is all in your mind.
On company boards, I recently saw that in the board the specific board lacks colored black people. And there's colored and there's white on the board. But because of not having black now, the board cannot go forward. And I'm thinking, but what if there was all black, you know, a black board, they would have gone forward. But now it's unequal, it's unfair for this company who has to have black also on the board.
Basically, I feel that gangsterism, it affects us all, even though we try not to get affected by it. Even in our streets, we will hear gunshots and such things, and then you hear next day someone died in your street, which was such a shock because the day before you just saw them. And now that you just feel that an innocent person got killed by just random shootings for no apparent reason, just because of territory, it affects us all in a bad way, because it makes colored names very bad.
We are already labeled as maybe like gangsters, druggies, lazy people, steal. So that's how they look at us already. They judge us.
When it comes to colors, it's like that is just to me for a show. I'm the bad guy, so this is what you guys are implying. So I'm gonna be that bad boy or that bad girl, just because I want to show you. I really don't care what you think. So that's.
And if you tell people you specifically from maybe, and a lot of colored people get it a lot, if you're from a specific area like Manenberg or Mitchelton or Bonteheuwel, and they just
they
get
would label you on it.
on that,
from
and they don't even know you. Their first impression of you is just like, you know, you're also gangster and stuff like that. And I think that it's kind of unfair for us as the community of mutual friends, because we need also. I mean, they haven't given us a chance to express ourselves.
Also, like I like the. Adding to what they said, like, it's also to fit in. If to be a gang is also to fit in, and it could be two things: to fit in, or it's because of the circumstances where you come out of.
That's true.
But it's also up to you to change that circumstance, like I said earlier
Or
on.
drugs.
Yes.
But if government was giving people more opportunities, you know, and instead of just saying that they're gangsters and let them go dead or whatever. Maybe this stuff could have also been, you know, giving people a chance, and then we get the poverty will get lesser, the gangster will get lesser.
You don't see color when you're young. Yeah, but you grow up with that mentality because your parents sometimes or your community influence you to have that negative mindset that we must be racist, that we must division, they cause division.
I wouldn't mind dating any race because it's not really much a problem for me. So, and I wouldn't also care about what my parents say about who I'm dating because it's my choice. I have a free will to say who I want to date, and even if his color is black or white, it's my choice basically because I have the right to choose what I want to be, who I want to be with, and that's basically what I feel about it. And I know a lot of people that is like my colored friend is dating a white guy, and so though his people don't really like her because of her color. And it's basically sad because she's such a good person and you don't really know her, so why judge her on her color? So what if you get to know her, you might like her, even though her color is colored.
I've never dated yet out of my race, but I know of close people of that I know has dated that's dating white, and you know the family would be like, oh my God, Havel Kuchavel and comments like that, which I think that it's so unfair because we should give them a chance and we had really labeled them. So I think that especially when you meet them, they'll be like,
I haven't dated a black guy personally, but I've been good friends with him. But we would always be about. But when we're around in company or so, other people would like give us the look. Like, why is she with the black? Why is he with the colored? So to me, that was very disrespectful. I didn't like that. So when it comes to dating, it's your choice.
I think this new generation, what I've seen, is now more mixed. There's more mixed. I can see they're walking openly like white and black, boyfriend and girlfriend, coloreds. I think that barrier is breaking, but there is a hidden agenda of racism. And I think the people that I blame for is politics. I don't want to mention names, but I think ANC likes playing history, like playing the older part. That every time when it comes to elections, they like playing these old things. But when, example, they say the DA played that video of Maracana, it was an issue. So I think ANC wants to control it by using apartheid as a mechanism, and the young generation sometimes fall in that trap.
Looking at the opening of Parliament, there's not a lot of colored people walking that red carpet.
Yes.
Red carpet. It would be so nice to have one of the colored people sitting even in Parliament, who's supporting us, and we can say we truly have that.
We're not any more important. We were before in the middle, now we're nowhere to be found. Slowly moving, the importance of color has slowly moving away, and they have just covered it because what politics say is just white and black. There's not a color, you're black. That's what they see us. So there's no show, there's less colored TV presenters, news presenters. This color is not important. We have been written off.
But my thing is, then what was the purpose of Nelson Mandela going to jail and all of that stuff? If we don't get why he went to jail and this is still continued, then it's pointless. Then it's pointless of us standing in unity and all of that stuff back then, and we can't do it now.
I think there will be a race war because, reason being, you can see it slowly happening, slowly moving into that direction. And you can see even at universities, what I think is supposed to be, if you are educated, your mind's supposed to be more broadened. And if you're educated, you make the right choices. But what I see there is happening in universities. And if it's happening there, it can happen. It will happen in our community, it can happen anywhere.
I believe the war would be all color race.
Yes.
Black, white, colored, because everyone has their own points and everyone has their own view on things. So it's going to be
People is done speaking now.
a mixed war.
My dream is basically to make a difference in my community.
My dream is to be a very positive impact on the community.
My dream is to encourage young generation to start off and dream to be more bigger and give them a positive attitude.
My dream is not to make a change, but to be a change.
My dream is to show people, new generations, that there is a change. People can change.
Yeah, Z, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.
From Mitchell's Plain, and I am a TV presenter and a singer and a dancer.
Hi, I'm Doreen DeToit. I'm 23 years old and I live in Mitchell's Plain.
There is racism between blacks and coloureds still because of maybe history that causes that racism, culture.
It was a gun. Not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move forward. Be like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap, but it's nice.
I am Oscar.
That was always there.
When you approach some of the black people in the community, they would still say like, "Hey, you colored people," and I would be like, "How do you?" Like, example, in my working environment, it could be as a joke that was made where they said like, if, for example, I'm taking 2 days off.
I'm from Mitchell's Plain, East Street.
Hi, I'm Trevor Williams, Pastor Trevor Williams. I'm 28. I'm self-employed.
My name is Candice DeToit. I'm 17 and I'm doing computer courses and I live in 12 Eastern Road, Eastridge.
Hi, I'm Jonas McCarthy. I'm 19 years old.
Culture, and like they say that the coloureds don't have culture. That is the reason that causes those friction between colour, and they say that coloureds don't have really place in this South Africa, but in history the colour